Six. Six is the number of the rule of the 6 handshakes. Have you heard about the 6 degrees of separation? I'm sure you have. It means that anyone that you want to meet, you want to know, you want to get connected to is only 6 person or lesser away. Imagine the possibilities. And in this world right now, this digital, globally connected world of LinkedIn and social media and emails, nothing is impossible. And as you know, more than anyone, it is not just about what you know, it is about who you know that makes the difference. And that's what we do always. We help people to connect with people better. We teach people how to communicate better. We lead people to close better. And we show people how to lead people. I'm Hugo Tan, and welcome to the Power Players Show. The show that explores the laws, how you can utilize them to build better businesses. And this is the Power Players
Good day
Show. To you, my fellow viewers, and this morning I have the opportunity to present at Merdeka Center, Building a Better Malaysia for All. There are youth panelists and there are distinguished speakers from around the world and from around Malaysia. And what really struck the chord for that conference is what kind of strategies, policies, or even activities in place that will really help to bring Malaysians together so that they feel that they are of one people, they are of one home and one destiny. And one of the things that I'm really certain about is the Road Track Motors Fellowship Through Service. Through my experience working with different community works and NGOs and even corporates that tries to make an impact in the society, we realize that what brings people together is a common struggle, it's a common vision. Just like our topic for today, which you will see in a moment or two, it is about the power of networking and bringing people together to partner for change or partner for profit. At the end of the day, the question remains, what really pulls people to your mission? How do we build rapport and connect to people that are of different age groups, like today multi-generational workforce, that brings people together of different faith, different ethnicity, and different life experience, and bring them together to deliver a desired result. Today we're going to talk about this. I'm super pumped about this. It's the Power Players Show. Today we are going to talk about the 3 habits of highly successful networkers. If you have ever wondered why is it that some people are getting referral after referral, how is it that some people are able to find quality business partners, how is it that some people are able to get deals and actually close them? The secret lies in these 3 habits. Follow them and success will follow you. So let's dive straight away. Point number 1, habit number 1. This is a mindset that trust is built outside of work. Trust is built outside of your meetings. Think about this. A lot of people believe that if you work long enough together, you can develop the kind of camaraderie, develop the kind of trust. But from my experience, I realized that a lot of people bonded outside of work. That's where they build the rapport. That's where they have the team bonding. That is where they develop the kind of trust that enables them to perform top level. Think about this. This is something that my mentor told me many years before. If you want to know whether someone is a good business partner or will make a good business partner, go on a vacation with them. Whether it's a business vacation, a leisure vacation, go on a vacation with them. Why? Because during that trip, you will learn about the personality of the person. What is it that makes them tick? What is it that concerns them? What is it that infuriates them? How do they perform under pressure? Where there is a traffic congestions, how do they negotiate deals? How do they negotiate for bargain for a lower price, of that bag that you need, right? What happens when it rains and you didn't bring an umbrella? How would they react? You learn so much about a person through times outside of work and many times before even work starts. That's the reason why I emphasize the need to develop strong social proof, because a lot of people will develop a higher trust in you and your work if they have heard or know you, whether it's through online or referrals, before they start working with you. Point number 2. Always remember the stories that people tell you. And just like point number 1, where I reiterated that trust is built outside of work. In all the organizations that I work in, I ensure that there are fellowship sessions that are being dedicated to the team members. Because during the fellowship sessions, they have the opportunities to share their stories. I learn about their cat name is Loki. I know that some of them take anxiety pills. I know that some of them did part-time modeling before. And these stories really important, because stories sometimes runs people's lives. What is it that they value? What is it that they love? How can you best connect to them? Remember the stories that people tell you. Point number 3, top habits of highly successful networkers is always have the mentality of first serve before take. First give before ask. I think Gary Vaynerchuk actually said this so aptly. Jab, 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 right hook. Give, 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 and go for the ask. So many people come into a relationship, especially if it's still a co-relationship, and straight away asking for the sale. Straight away trying to take something from another person. In this world where everyone tries to start a relationship by taking something, if you begin one by giving something, by delivering value, by be of service to the person, by referring a client to the person, thinking how you can help the person in his life and business, people will remember you because there are so few of you. Remember, it is only common sense that if you do good, if you give value up front, if people recognize your value, if people recognize your importance, referrals, revenue will surely come down the road. With this, these are the 3 habits of highly successful networkers. Follow them, and success will follow.
It's the Power Players Show.
Now it's time for question number 1. Let's look at the screen. Hi Hugo, I'm new to the networking scene. I'm currently a new business owner, and recently I was invited to a BNI meeting. I realized I can't succinctly describe my business and effectively get deals through networking. Do you have any tips for beginners like me? Dr. Kong, entrepreneur. Fantastic questions. Just like you, many years ago, I too was very anxious about how to perform in networking sessions, because as people say, your first impression is your last impression, and it's very hard to change that, isn't it? And that's the reason why today I'm going to share a few tips with you that will help you to become a master networker. Okay, number 1, very simple. Go to any networking event with an end game in mind. No end game, no go. You must know what is it that you try to achieve in the dinner, in the party, in the meeting that you attend. Point number 2, who do you want to look for in the networking session? So number 1 is the end game. Number 2 is about the people. Which customers, which suppliers, which media personnel, which business partner that you are looking for, or is there a certain criteria, quality, or profile of such people that you are wanting to meet? Go in there, be clear about who you are supposed to meet and what you want to achieve. Number 3, you must learn how to build rapport. Rapport are usually built outside of work. Many times, it will be outside of work. So think in terms of, before people meet you, do people already know you? How is your reputation in your industry? Do you have a wingman or host or MC to introduce you to the people that you want to meet. Mutual connections really helps people to develop faster trust for you. If they know that their friend trusts and know you, they might give you a chance, at least a foot in the door, faster. And if your social presence is strong, if they know you online before they know you offline, extra points for you. Okay, next step. Do you know how to pitch? You have mentioned that you do not know how to best describe what you do. I will give you a simple formula. You just say that I'm Dr. Kong. I do this. This is who I am. I help X group of people to achieve Y type of results by avoiding Z type of consequences. A very simple formula that you can say in maybe 30 seconds or less. You must have your elevator pitch. The moment that you meet me, you must be able to tell me what is it that you are doing, who you are looking for, and what is it that you need, and how I can help you. And why is it that if we work together, it will be of mutual benefit. This is so important. If you can give me a quick rundown of all these key details in under a minute, I would really appreciate you. You make my life easier. If I like what I hear, I might schedule a follow-up meeting or a coffee date with you later. Lastly, once you got the right people that you feel you can work together with, make sure to set the follow-up meeting or date right away. Do not delay weeks and months later where I would have forgotten you. Does that make sense? Schedule a follow-up right away. Don't waste any time, right? During the follow-up, try to understand what they are looking for. Try to see where both of you can align together. And once you know there is a deal that you can work together, negotiate for it. Get a good deal for yourself as well. Massage the deal a bit. Make it sweeten the deal a bit so that it makes it easier for the closing. And lastly, close the thing, execute it. Do a good work, because good works only build good reputation. It helps people to trust you more. The world is a very small place nowadays. What comes around goes around. I hope this couple of tips will help you to supercharge your networking. Dr. Kong. Keep me posted by mail or social media. I'll look forward to hear from you.
It's the Power Playlist
Question
Show.
number 2. Let us look at the screen. I have seen a lot of successful entrepreneurs are good at reining in collaborations. In my experience, what is the best way to go about this? And how do I find the best business partners? Jordan, network marketer. Jordan, I love this question because it really is some form of follow-up from Dr. Kong's question. I'm very happy to answer it for you. Firstly, I'm going to offer you the same advice as Dr. Kong. Do you know who you are looking for? You say you are looking for business partners, but what types of business partners? If you don't know who you are looking for, you will find no one. True. Now, point number 2. When people think about business partners, they are thinking about operationals or just marketing partners. But in my vocabulary, partners have many types. I will offer you a few. Number 1, financing partners, people that can offer you funds. Number 2, advisory partners. These are mentor figures, coaches figures, people with experience, veterans. Number 3, resource partners. These are the people that can give you resource that you need. It could be a tech resource, it could be materials, some form of resource. Number 4, access partners. These partners might not give you any money or advice, but they might be able to connect you and open doors so that you can meet certain people or organization that will be beneficial to your cause. Lastly, promotional partners. These are the people that could be marketing athletes, they could be brand ambassadors, advocates. So when I go into a networking event, I'm looking for at least 5 types of people who can give me money, who can give me good advice, who can give me resource, who can connect me with people, and who can be a good promotional partner. So I go in there with an end game and 5 types of people that I'm going to look for. Does that make sense? And I think this is really, really helpful. You know why? Because a lot of people go in there without knowing what they are supposed to look for. And that's why they fail at networking. And most importantly, you must identify what value you can offer to people. You cannot just meet these 5 types of people and expect them to give you something without you offering equivalent or higher value in return. My question for you, Jordan, is, Jordan, you are a network marketer. Every single day, you might meet a lot of people. The question is, are those contacts or are those connections? Yes, earlier I say it's not just about what you know, but who you know. But the follow-up question is, it's not just about who you know, but who know you. Who trusts you, Jordan? Who will buy from you? Who will support you in your business? If you host a birthday party, who will appear and who will just ignore your email? Some people boast to me how they know people in upper places. How is it that they have thousands of followers on Instagram? Those stuff does not matter to me. Because at the end of the day, how many of those really converts? That is what matters. Connections, not just contacts. And for people to trust you, buy from you, support you, and help you, those can only appear from connections and not just contacts. So I hope you understand this distinction, and if you would love to learn how to convert contacts to connections, speak to my team, drop them a mail or at our social media. I'm sure my team will get back to you to give you the kind of resources and training. We have came to the end of yet another episode of Power Players Show. And today we learn about the power of networking, the power of connecting with people, the power of gaining trust and building rapport at the higher level. You see, in order to make any difference, the difference between where you are right now to where you want to be is a matter of who you know. People that will give you funding, people that will open the doors for you to have the access to the resources that you need and the people you need to meet. People that will help you to spread the word about your great product, your businesses, your services, and who you are as a person. And with this episode, I hope you learned that number 1, networking is not just about knowing people. Networking is about knowing, connecting, and gaining trust of key people that will help you accelerate your journey to your success. That is what networking is about. We go out there with a mindset of serving people and connecting with people, finding talents that will assist us in this journey to success. This is what networking is about. Point number 2, it's not about who you know. It's about who knows you, who will buy from you, who trusts you, who will support you. And that will make all the difference. At the end of the day, all games are people games. To get good at people games, you want to get good at knowing people. You want to get good at pitching to people. You want to get good at closing people. You want to get good at inspiring people with your vision. And all this can be learned. And that's what we do over here. With our academy, with our various organizations and training companies, are all geared towards helping you to become the best people person ever. I'm Hugo. See you in the next episode of Power Players Show.
The show that explores the laws, how you can utilize them to build the better businesses. And this is the Power Players Show.